On Sound Politics, we'll walk you through your ballot this election season.
And keep you informed about the issues defining races across the state.
Like the millionaire's tax and how it's affecting the state Supreme Court races. I'm Scott Greenstone.
And I'm Libby Dankman. Every week we break down the big storylines in this Washington and the other one.
So you will be a better informed voter and everyone's favorite party guest.
That's not a guarantee. Listen now on the KUOW app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey there, Trish Murphy here. This summer, Seattle Now is getting your opinions on a weekly question. This week, we've got the Mariners on our mind. After their performance last year, hopes were high for this team, but so far, fans have been disappointed. Do you think the Mariners can turn their season around? Answer via voice note in the KUOW app. Just select Talk to Us to share your response. More at kuow.org/question.
Hello, welcome to Meet Me Here. I'm Dyer Oxley, and yes, you are indeed listening to Meet Me Here. And I imagine some of you out there right now are asking, but Dyer, what is this theme music I'm hearing? That's not the Meet Me Here theme music. Well, what you're hearing is actually the music for Seattle Now, KUOW's daily news podcast. And with this episode, we are kicking off a bit of an evolution for Meet Me Here. This is the last episode in the Meet Me Here podcast feed, but we're still going to be covering arts and culture. Jeannie Yandel is still on the arts beat. Campbell is still talking to authors and discussing books, and I am still covering random pop culture arts throughout our region. But now, you will find us on Sundays in the Seattle Now podcast feed, and this is the music that you're going to hear underneath us. So if you have not yet, make sure you subscribe to Seattle Now, KUOW's daily news podcast. We are taking over Sundays with our usual arts and culture reporting. And with that, we can get into today's episode. We are now in August. It is hot. And let's be honest, it's probably a bit smoky. It is that time of year. So this month, Katie, Jeannie, and I thought we would stick with a certain theme that we are calling Cooler Indoors. And if I'm being honest, Jeannie, Katie, I think you guys are cooler anywhere.
Aww.
Yeah, okay. We're gathered today. We're going to have a discussion to preview the weeks ahead, share some thoughts around staying cooler indoors or anywhere. Things to do around Western Washington. I really relate to this month's theme. I am an indoor cat, but Jeannie and Katie, do you have summer personalities? How do you feel about this time of year?
Oh, I definitely have a summer personality. Like you can take the girl out of Florida, but you can't take the Florida out of the girl.
I was gonna wonder.
Yeah, I'm a sunshiny person, as y'all might know. The Seattle freeze has nothing on me.
Jeannie?
I love the beginning of summer here. It's unbelievably gorgeous. I feel like I spend the first warm, sunny month walking around with stars in my eyes because I just can't believe how awesome and beautiful everything is.
A lot of people do feel in Seattle that when it is nice, you have to go outside. And I don't know if that's because, like, if it is nice, you only have like maybe 43 minutes to catch it. In the summer, maybe a little bit longer, but is that kind of what you're getting at? Do you have a little bit of sun guilt?
Oh, that's such a good question. I mean, it does feel when it is sunny and beautiful outside that it is precious, precious fleeting time. I will say, though, that by mid-August, certainly, I don't care.
You don't no guilt.
I don't care.
I'm with you.
Yeah. I do want to point out, though, that this question, it feels particularly Northwesty. Like, do you go outside when it's nice? Or do you stay inside when it's nice?
It is very Pacific Northwest.
Because it feels like there's a value judgment on either side of that decision, right?
The big dark loom.
Yeah, there's something like squandery about you if you don't do those things. And I just feel like I want to kind of absolve all of us of that. Like, you are a decent person if you decide not to go on a hike every time it's nice outside. That doesn't say anything about you as, like, less of a person.
Right.
We can enjoy all kinds of different things whenever we choose.
Washington, Katie. Hello.
Hi.
So, having adjusted here, how exactly do you beat the heat? What is your recommendation for folks who want to maybe they want to get out of the house, but they don't want to be, out in the open.
Out, yes. And that's something that I've had to adjust to. Like, we don't have AC in all of our buildings here, right? Like in Florida and certainly in Arizona, you find AC everywhere, which is good and bad because you go from like 100 degrees to 60 degrees, and that's a shock to the body. But here we don't really have that so much. So I've had to learn to find my little reprieves. And last month we talked a lot about my favorite, the water. So, I always recommend jumping into some water safely. But for folks like Jeannie, who don't necessarily want to be like out in the sun, or for when the smoke starts rolling in, or it is just too hot outside, I totally feel that. I don't think, and I'm not just saying this as the book person here, I don't think you can do much better than the library. Like, libraries, a lot of them now here in Seattle are getting AC if they don't already have it. I did find out recently the Fremont Library Branch, which is my local library branch, is closing starting August 9th. This is a PSA through like early November to get AC, which I think is huge and kind of reflects our changing climate.
So not closing.
Just temporarily.
Just getting up.
But they're getting AC.
They're getting AC, which is great because it's a
Good
really
news.
old, beautiful, historic building, and it gets so hot in there. Other branches, like our central branch, already has AC. And what's awesome for families and kids, especially if you don't like have the time or cash to send your kids to expensive summer activities, there are free summer activities for kids called Summer Quest at branches all across the Seattle Public Library system. I'm looking at this list, and there are some really cute things that like I would do as an auntie. There's boombox 90s printmaking. There's
Oh my gosh.
a piñata workshop. There's
Okay.
a pixel art workshop. There's indigenous storytelling and crafts.
Can adults go to these? Because that sounds really fun.
Well, that's what's phenomenal about the Summer Quest programming, Jeannie, is it is designed for all ages, which is like one thing, right? Like a lot of things say that like, this cute little puzzle is for all ages, but like actually an adult could put it together in 5 seconds. Some activities are kind of like ageless, like the piñata workshop. Everybody can go to the piñata workshop. It's fantastic.
Excellent.
And like, who doesn't want to do that? Our cool little boombox 90s printmaking, which by the way is described as come to learn basic printmaking techniques such as monoprint and celebrate bands like Soundgarden and Alice in Chains by creating a print with boomboxes, cassette tapes, and musical notes. Now that sounds a little more along the lines of what we're into.
Oh my gosh.
That's why this event was designed for ages 12 to 18. So there is Summer Quest for kids. There is Summer Quest for teens, and get this, there is Summer Quest for adults.
Excellent.
Yes.
Can I bring my own cassette tapes? Because I have this live Scorpions album that I have not been able to listen to in ages.
It doesn't specifically say just in the event description I'm looking at, Dyer, but I imagine you could bring your cassette. Look, I think the next one of this particular event is on August 12th over at the Columbia branch. So maybe bring your Scorpion tape over and see if they'll let you use it. But just ask nicely, okay? Make sure you share.
Excuse me, can I please rock you like a hurricane?
Exactly.
Was it before or after Winds of Change? Because that's when they jumped the shark.
I think it was before.
Good.
I think this is like Dynamite era.
Excellent.
One last thing I'll say about these Summer Quest events, library events are free. They'll usually tell you if they're not. It looks like registration isn't required for any of these things, but a few of the events I've looked at do note that they are super popular, such as the piñata making. So if you are planning to go, maybe just show up a little early to make sure you get a spot in the room.
Jeannie, when you are on a quest in the summer, really cheesy transition there. What are you
I'm not
questing
judging.
for? What is your recommendation?
Okay, so, now I want to do the first summer quest for adults at the Seattle Public Libraries. It's so exciting. They changed it for us. But I will say that particularly in August, the thing I want to do the most is go to the movies. I could have gone traditional and said, you should go to this museum and check out this exhibit, but I have to be real. I love sitting in a cold, dark movie theater on a hot, sunny day. Mm-hmm. And SIF Uptown in Queen Anne is doing something that I feel like is designed just for me. It's a program called Cold War Summer, and they're showing a bunch of spy movies.
Rad.
And August, I think, is probably the best time to be part of Cold War Summer because they're showing Austin Powers, the first Austin Powers on August 12th.
Oh my goodness.
Right? On August 19th, they're showing Atomic Blonde. This is
okay.
the movie where
That's a good
Charlize
one.
Theron is like, I sure am an action star. Thank you very much. And then the last Cold War summer movie is GoldenEye. This is the first James Bond movie where Pierce Brosnan was James Bond. Particularly cheeseball, particularly
the video
flick.
game.
Spawned an amazing video game, I have to say.
Broke up couples for ages.
Yes, this man was James Bond for 4 whole entire movies.
Amazing. I love this idea. Just one, because of, it's got a nice little Cold War pun in there. But one of the best college film classes I ever took, when I was getting extra nerdy, was Cold War films and kind of that whole American-Russian propaganda through pop culture. And it is a fascinating era to watch a lot of our movies back then. Like, they're really cool, feel-good movies, but I think one of the best of all of them, and I'm sad that they're not showing it, is Rocky IV. If you ever watch...
Oh, my God.
Super fun movie to watch just in general, but if you just really want to dissect the story, it is a wonderful story to kind of dissect. But I will move on. I think that is a really great recommendation for a couple of reasons. One is, yes, it's indoors. It really helps contribute to that vitamin D deficiency, which I thrive on. Katie was talking about the libraries. I thought of the Seattle library, and I'm like, too many windows, too much light.
Oh, man.
Hiss.
Ooh,
With that, I think I have a little happy medium between this.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to explain that a little bit more when we get back right after this break.
Could attending a fish fry help you get elected in Seattle? Hey, I'm Brandy Fullwood, host of Seattle Eats, and on the latest episode, I am teaming up with KUOW politics reporter Scott Greenstone. We're going to find out how a backyard party became an informal political hub, and we'll taste some nonpartisan fried fish. Listen to Seattle Eats on the KUOW app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I feel a little guilty recommending this.
No guilt.
A little bit. When is the last time either of you went to Crossroads Mall? Yes.
What?
Crossroads Mall in Bellevue.
I have never been.
I haven't ever been there either.
Okay.
I have more of an excuse. I'm not from here.
I'm not from here either.
Fair enough.
Okay.
You've been here longer.
I had a similar experience. Years ago, Nina was like, hey, we need to stop by Crossroads Mall. And I'm like, oh, mall, why do we need to stop there? Long story short, her family was involved in one of the Thai restaurants there, and we had to go check, blah, blah, blah. No longer the case. But when I got there, I found myself going, I don't actually want to leave. This is not, like, it's a mall, but it's not a mall. And it's a community. It's like a natural, organic community center / like hub, town hall for this one little corner of Bellevue. This is not Bell Square, right? People dress up to go to Bell Square.
It's a really
and try
fancy mall.
really,
It's like all the fancy stores are there.
This is not Crossroads.
You
Crossroads.
can buy a Tesla there, I think.
Yeah, exactly. You're not buying a Tesla at Crossroads. I'll tell you that right now. Crossroads is this old, like, 1960s era mall. It's very, very small. And yes, it's indoors and air conditioned. I would say the food court alone is the reason to go to this mall.
Okay.
I think you've got a chain or two in there. I'm sure you could find a Chipotle. These are all locally owned restaurants, and you can span the entire globe. You can go there one day and get Colombian food. The next day, you've got Thai food. I think there's a French bakery in there. It's
Wow.
You could go there. And that's the thing is you go in there, you go to the food court. The food selection is phenomenal. It's amazing. It's better than any mall / any other. It's kind of like going to one of those food truck places where, like, you know, everybody's got something different, but they're all in stalls. And then you sit down, and there's like some folks that came there because they're going to play checkers today, and there's a giant chess set, and people are playing chess. And there's a wonderful, wonderful used bookstore off to the side, so you can kind of stroll and check out the
Katie's
books.
love language.
My
It's
goodness.
for physical media nerds. It's got vinyl in there, DVDs, all that kind of stuff. And Katie, when you're done with that,
Yes.
They have a library in there.
What? Wait,
they
what?
There's a library in there. They have a mini city hall in there because this really is a community. It really is a community center. I'm telling you, it's not like it's not official. This is not like the official town hall for Bellevue. But they have like a city hall if you need city hall, and they actually have like a DMV at one of the corners if you need to. Like, this is actually a resourceful center to be at. But ultimately, if I was going to like really kind of encapsulate this is the hangout area.
Nice.
You know, if you ever watch like a sitcom and friends are like,
Yes.
we're going to go hang out at the bookstore, the library, we're going to walk around and talk about why, you know, we just can't get our love lives, you know, in order or anything. Like, this is that in real life.
Yeah.
But I'm serious. You can go to Crossroads Mall and go to the farmer's market. Like, this is... This is not. They have a farmer's market at the mall. I'm saying this is not a normal place. This is like a bizarro world of what a mall actually should be. Instead of going and like, or I'm gonna go to Hot Topic or whatever.
In the early 2000s, you would hear a lot about third places.
This
You'd
is
sort of,
the third place,
right? You hear
Yeah.
like urbanists and kind of city architects talk about the importance of the third place
Yes.
Yeah.
in the life of a community. Like, you have a place where people come together and talk and blah, blah, blah. It is amazing to me that the third place you're talking about is within the structure of
Right.
kind of what should feel just like cold, depressing capitalism.
Well,
right?
yeah,
A bunch of chain
malls
stores
are
and that
not
kind of idea. Yeah.
My thing.
Well, and we're all kind of, I think we're all of that generation where, like, the mall was often, at least for me, I'm from a small town in Florida.
Yeah.
Like, the mall was the place to
Yes.
go because we actually had to go to the next town over to go to the mall.
Right.
But, like, you know, in terms of AC, like, it's expensive to run your AC all day. You know who has to? The mall.
Yeah.
And, like, that was where your friends were, and that was where the movie theater was. We didn't have a farmer's market in our mall. We did have an Amish bakery, however, which was really
That's
wild.
pretty cool.
Exactly. So, like, I love to hear that there is actually a place that is reviving the mall of my youth.
I want to point out that both Katie and I made suggestions that are kind of event-based, right? You're like,
yeah.
you know, go to Summer Quest. Like, you can go at this time in this branch. I'm talking about going to movies. You have to be at a certain time at a certain place. Dyer, your suggestion is kind of gorgeous because you can just show up whenever you want to
And
let
hang.
something happen.
Right. Crossroads Mall. Do not go to Bell Square. You don't even have to dress up.
You just got to get your going out top on, ladies.
Now that
Yeah, I think I'm
We
in
know what
love
we're
with this
talking about.
mall because, I could wear a going out top.
Yeah, you go- yeah,
you could even dress up if you wanted
Get a little
to.
going out top, your jeans, maybe break out the skinny jeans from our mall walking days. Heck
Cool.
yeah.
I have now. I'm gonna get over this. I'm not so shameful of hyping
no, this is
Crossroads
great.
Mall. I
we
feel super.
absolve you.
Yeah.
And with that,
Yay.
I think that is time for us to leave our audience. I think you can look forward to some more cooler indoors coverage throughout the month of August. Thank you, Jeannie and Katie, for chilling with me today.
Hey.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you can chill with all of us moving forward on the Sunday Arts episodes of Seattle Now, where I intend to bring a lot more bad puns. This wraps up the final episode in the Meet Me Here podcast feed. So, both Meet Me Here and Seattle Now are by KUOW, a proud member of the NPR network. Our arts coverage is produced by Kyle Norris, Brandy Fullwood, and Matt Martin, and it is hosted by Jeannie Yandel, Katie Campbell, and myself, Dyer Oxley. Our editor is Phyllis Fletcher, and Greg Kramer does our theme music. If you like our podcast, please take the time to rate and review us. It really does help get the word out. Our podcasts are only possible because of your financial support, and you can help us make all of these local shows that you rely on over at kuow.org. Thanks for listening. I'll see you at the mall.
I'm Chris Morgan, host of The Wild. Over the last 35 years, I've worked in the wildest places on Earth, tracking tigers in Siberia, filming orangutans in Borneo, following humpback whales, migrating jaguars, iridescent hummingbirds, and learning from the people devoted to protecting them. These stories changed how I see the world. I think they'll do the same for you. The Wild with Chris Morgan, available wherever you get your podcasts.